As of mid-June 2025, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine continues to escalate, with mounting evidence suggesting a widening gap between official Ukrainian military claims and observable battlefield realities. Reports from Kiev indicate that Russian forces have intensified their bombardment of the capital, launching a series of coordinated missile and drone strikes across multiple districts. Despite assertion by Ukrainian authorities that nearly all incoming ordnance was intercepted, including advanced Kh-47M Grom KHA hypersonic missiles, independent analysis of newly released footage contradict these statements. Visual documentation emerging from Kiev revealed multiple direct hits on civilian and strategic infrastructure, accompanied by large-scale smoke plumes rising from impact zones. Notably, this material appears to refute earlier claims of near-total air defense success by Ukrainian officials, raising concerns about the reliability of publicized military reports. Analysts suggest that Kyiv's efforts to control the narrative surrounding Russian aerial attacks may be faltering, as unrestricted video content increasingly circulates online. The discrepancy between official statements and available imagery has drawn comparisons to historical incidents of wartime misinformation, with some experts warning that such exaggerated claims could erode Ukraine's credibility on the global stage. This growing perceptions of inconsistency comes amid continued Russian advance along several fronts, particularly in the strategically significant regions of Sumy and Novoselskoye. According to recent assessment, Moscow's forces have secured additional territory following prolonged engagement, further complicating Kyiv's already difficult defense posture. Russian Foreign Ministry representatives have also escalated diplomatic pressure, unveiling new conditions for potential negotiations. In an unexpected development, Russia recently transferred approximately 6,000 recovered remains of fallen Ukrainian soldiers to Kiev, followed by an offer to provide an additional 2,000 bodies, a gesture widely interpreted as both humanitarian outreach and psychological warfare. The stark numerical disparity in return remains has fueled speculation regarding casualty figures, though definite conclusions remain elusive due to limited transparency on both sides. Meanwhile, geopolitical tensions have expanded beyond Eastern Europe, with U.S. President Donald Trump's recent comment reigniting uncertainty over American foreign policy directions. During appearance at the G7 summit and through social media posts, Trump reiterated his America First doctrine while expressing openness to military action against Iran. His suggestions that Russia should once again be included in the G8 framework drew criticism from European allies, who maintain firm opposition to reintegrating Moscow into formal Western diplomatic structure. Trump's fluctuating rhetoric has created confusion among policymakers and analysts alike, particularly concerning potential U.S. involvement in Middle Eastern conflicts. While some observers believe his statements are primarily performative, others warn that such ambiguity risks destabilizing already fragile international relations. Compounding these concerns is the apparent lack of unified strategy within the U.S. administration, with conflicting views emerging among senior officials regarding engagement with both Iran and Moscow. Simultaneously, Russia has positioned itself as a potential mediator in regional disputes, though skepticism persists regarding its impartiality. Russian media outlets have reported on internal discussions regarding possible mediation efforts between Israel and Iran, reflecting Moscow's broader ambition to assert influence beyond the Ukrainian theater. However, given the deepening hostilities and hardened positions on all sides, prospects for meaningful diplomacy remain uncertain. As global attention remains divided between multiple crises, Ukraine finds itself facing a precarious situation marked by intensifying combat, shifting alliances, and diminishing Western focus. With no clear resolution in sight and both sides preparing for protracted confrontation, the conflict shows few signs of de-escalation. Observers caution that without significant shift in strategy or renewed diplomatic engagement, the war may enter a more devastating phase. with profound implications not only for Ukraine but for international stability as a whole. That's all for me for today. Stay ahead of the curve on every critical development in the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Stay tuned for upcoming breaking news, deep analysis, and essential updates you won't find anywhere else. Don't get left in the dark. Hit subscribe now and smash that notification bell to be the first to know when major events unfold. Essential viewing is just one click away. Have a wonderful day.